and I want to now welcome Lilly, someone who's battled mental illness for years. Her story is about persistence, hope, and holding on.
Ooh, it's bright. Good evening. I've been living in the Pacific Northwest for 26 years. I flew out from upstate New York to Portland State University to attend a master's in social work program. I now work as a licensed clinical social worker in my private practice that I've had for 11 years. I'm here today on behalf of all of us who put on a brave face, but inside feel broken, profoundly depressed, and potentially like a fraud. I want to share a part of my story to encourage honesty, inspire healing, and to bring hope. I want to just be me, genuine and real, with the hope of helping you be honest with yourself and consider starting a healing journey too. I hope this small sharing will ignite your interest in raising the standard of mental health care in families, communities, and the workforce. I want to encourage us all to abolish stigma associated with the invisible injury we call depression, so that we can step out of the darkness and live with great intention. My slow descent into depression started at the age of 5 after witnessing my dad cry for the first time in response to his father, my grandfather, passing. I began to question existence, which led to big thoughts for a small girl. With no one to talk to or share those confusing thoughts and questions, I kept it all within. As I grew, I experienced other confusing moments, including molestation by both boys and girls, incest, racism, sexism, and understanding that I was adopted and therefore somehow different. I carried all of these questions and experiences within and began to answer my questions with, "It's because you're worthless. You don't matter. And you have no purpose." In spite of the many internal challenges I faced growing up, I became a top athlete, kept good grades, worked 2 jobs, and then graduated from college. I got married, had 2 boys, completed a graduate program, and worked successfully throughout. On the outside, I appeared happy, confident, successful, accomplished, but on the inside, I was broken, debilitated, self-loathing, and thought of a million ways to end my life here on earth. In 2008, something amazing happened. After I had my 5th and final suicide attempt, I entered into counseling with a woman who helped me to change my life forever. I no longer live with depression or suicide on a daily basis. For me, the treatment modality EMDR, eye movement desensitization reprocessing, worked beautifully. EMDR is stimulating the left and the right brain as you process through trauma thoughts, feelings, and images. I remember the first session and walking away baffled as to why it seemed to work and questioning the process. After the second session, I didn't care. I could not believe that I was already starting to feel a lifting from the fog. I distinctly remember bouncing into the therapist's office one day, telling her I thought I was manic. In her very calm manner, she asked me why I thought so. As I started to list all the activities of my day and thoughts, she asked me one simple question. "Lilly, have you ever been just happy?" Wow, so this is what basic, genuine, simple happiness was? I had no idea. Having been so profoundly depressed, I never truly learned what happiness felt like, looked like, or sounded like. This was a radical turning point in my healing journey, one that led to another profound moment in my work with her. Having a clearer mind, now understanding that I can learn new feelings, experience new thoughts, be free from depression, and adopt a new story, I decided to become a therapist and open up private practice. When I presented the idea to my therapist, I expected her to tell me I was too broken or ill-equipped to do such a thing. Instead, without hesitation, she gave me her full support. This crucial moment helped me realize that our difficult pasts, traumas, sufferings, and negative thoughts do not define us. we can become who we desire to be, and there is always hope in becoming whole again. My charge today is to ask you to be honest with yourself. What is really happening in your thoughts? How do you feel about you? Do you like yourself? Do you appreciate who you are? Or are you putting on a mask every day? Are you trying to please others or be someone you're not? Are you too afraid to let someone know you're hurting inside, or that you sometimes think about ending your life? Are you carrying guilt for things you have done, or shame for what has been done to you? Are you hiding, afraid to discover who you are, concerned about what others might think, if only they knew? We need to not only get honest with ourselves, but ask better questions to uncover and invite those suffering to safely share what is truly happening inside. We need to return to the human connection and step away from our computers and phones. We need to be inclusive, not exclusive. We need to be curious about how people manage and what matters to them, not just ask the question why. And we need to remember that humans can change at any age and at any point in their life. It's important to take inventory of our own thoughts and feelings too, acknowledging what we may be concealing or hiding, and allowing ourselves the opportunity to journey towards healing, mental wellness, and becoming whole. When we intentionally meet with others face-to-face or spend intentional time with ourselves, we give opportunity for real connection to take place. We give that person and ourselves an opportunity to be seen, valued, heard, and supported. When we ask how and what instead of why, it provides an opportunity to share from the heart. When we feel valued, not judged, heard, supported, and truly seen, our ability to blossom and become is significantly increased, allowing what has been hidden to come into the light. When what is hidden comes into the light, it can be understood and can lead to healing. I want to encourage you to take time and pay attention to yourself. Are you being honest, valuing yourself, withholding judgment, and nourishing yourself with positive and kind thoughts? And I want you to think about your commitment to providing uninterrupted face-to-face time with others. Do you provide them an honest listening ear? Do you use language and responses that help them know they are valued? Do you ask questions that help them feel that they matter and what they have to say is important? Do you withhold judgments? And do you honor each role you play in life in a way that connects to your values? These are essential questions we need to ask to best determine what is needed to encourage and enhance the well-being of ourselves, our families, communities, work settings, and the everyday world around us. Will you dedicate yourself to being intentional in your everyday actions and words so that you are connecting with yourself and others in a healing way? Will you be brave and assess your daily thoughts and interactions so that you are making human connections, not allowing others to skate by unnoticed? Will you devote yourself to being honest and starting a healing journey? The best way to make the invisible seen is to speak up, reach out, share the truth, and commit to not journeying alone. The time for change, connectedness, growth, and mental wellness is now. Thank you.